This is the Brazoria County Minute. And now the host of the Brazoria County Minute, Christen English.
Hi, I'm Christen English. I'm a local real estate agent and the host of Brazoria County Minute. Today we are at the Alden Dow Museum in downtown Lake Jackson. And my guest today is Daviana Tucker. She is the Equine Riding Instructor and Manager of the organization Thunderhooves. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, Daviana?
So I've been a trainer and instructor for about the last 5 to 10 years. I started riding
with horses.
Yes. I started riding at a pretty young age and competed for a while and started doing some natural horsemanship things. And I learned a lot about myself doing that and figured that we could add that to a couple of different programs.
Yeah. I mean, use whatever you're passionate about. And I love that. I love the idea of just like whatever your passion is, how can you use that? And so, tell me how Thunderhooves got started. Like, so you said you thought you could use it for something. Like how did that come about? What came into your mind? What opportunity arose?
So my original plan actually was I was looking for a stable to rent stalls out of, or somebody that wanted to hire a riding instructor, because I teach a little bit differently than a lot of instructors do. I can be kind of nitpicky on little things, but it comes into practice pretty quickly with students. And so when I had called some barns around in the area, I had spoken to Jack Henderson, Ann's husband.
And they're with Rainbow of Hope.
Yes. And so he told me, we're not really looking to hire an instructor, but I think that you should talk to my wife. And that was all that he had said.
Yeah.
So I got the number, I got her number from Jack and called and set up a meeting with Ann, and she explained the idea of Rainbow of Hope to me at first. And from there, I started teaching horse riding lessons on my own time. The way that we worked it out was I would be able to use the property, the horses. She was like, have at it, do what you got to do, start your business, but help me start this.
Yeah.
And
It's a great partnership.
Okay, symbiotic, And so we started on that. It took us a minute to get things going, but I eventually got certified as an equine therapy instructor, and we started running these classes with our special needs side and everything, and I absolutely loved that. I really enjoyed getting to be creative. And from there, Anne was like, let's start to put together a veterans program. And they asked me, what could we do for that? How do we build this? And I wrote out an entire 8-week curriculum.
Wow.
Different skills that help you, different skills with horses.
Yeah.
That teach you different life skills.
Okay.
Certain things might require a lot of patience. Certain things might require some critical thinking and planning. A lot of the horses that we have, I will give the veterans something to do with a horse that maybe doesn't know how to do that yet. So they're learning, the horse is learning, and you've got to learn how to have clear communication.
Yeah, that's so good.
Being patient, being empathetic to the horse and understanding that, okay, they're new to this, I'm new to this, let's break this down and take it one step at a time. Being a little bit kinder to yourself and plan an attack, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes when we're going through something, just kind of getting out of that situation and going and like you said, being kind to ourselves, being patient with ourselves, being patient with another living being for a minute, just changes shifts the perspective a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love how you combined your passion for horses. You went and got certified to do equine therapy. So what you learned in that, building a curriculum to then serve our veterans, which, that's a wonderful opportunity. It's so important, to be able to do that. So that's awesome.
I've really enjoyed it so far. I've made a lot of friendships with the guys that are in the program. We end up hiring some of them to come and work and volunteer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I keep up with a lot of them. One of my guys, he's got his apartment, and I'm like, okay, we're going to come in and have like a dinner party.
That's wonderful. It's a way to build community as well. And community is something I think that kind of got lost for a while, and I think it's something that's so important, and people are starting to realize that.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
And that's one thing, like, the partnerships that you're doing are helping build community. So can you tell us about some of the other organizations that you partner with?
So we also work with another organization called Stay Tuned with Vets.
Okay.
And that's more, veterans that are coming back into everyday life and stuff, and just, looking for something to do to get away and kind of organize their thoughts a little bit.
Yeah.
We also recently started a partnership because this curriculum, this program, even though we started it with veterans, it really is for everybody.
Okay.
It's a very basic, just life skill curriculum down to the bones of it. And so we partnered with Adult Teen Challenge, and we will start working with women in recovery.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And I'm very excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm a girl's girl. I love my women.
Yeah.
And me being a very strong and independent woman now, I was raised by a single mom, and she was superwoman to me growing up. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited to put that out into the world too.
That's another way of taking, just part of the story of your life and then using it to build up and help others and build community and serve your community. So I love that.
Empowered women, empower women.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And that's such a much better way to do it than tearing each other down and being competitive, because
Absolutely.
when we all come together, beautiful things can happen.
Absolutely.
And that's, what you're doing with these partnerships, really making beautiful things happen. So are there any other ones you want to tell us about? Any other partnerships?
Right now, as far as Thunderhooves and the equine program goes, we are working on getting, I think they're called Westland Hospital. I might be pronouncing that wrong. And that would be inpatient veterans coming out to have a horse experience day.
Okay.
And so we have like wheelchair ramps and things like that.
Okay, that's
so
great.
If there's, anybody that's in a wheelchair or motorized scooter, we can still get them on a horse.
Good.
So we're looking to service everybody and give someone
just anywhere where there's a need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, it sounds like you've already grown this quite a bit. What are, your other ideas for expansion in the future? What would you love to be able to do?
I would really love to create another side of our program. And, maybe we do this here. Maybe I do this for my own time or something. But I would really love to work with homeless children, adopted kids that have kind of aged out of that adoption.
Right.
The foster
kind of window.
care. Yeah. Because there's so many kids that are late teens going into their 20s and
kind of feeling lost.
Yeah, they've got nowhere to go.
Feeling like that their age, they don't have value anymore. Nobody wants them. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I would love to give them a place to go to just have a day.
Yeah, learn a skill and
yeah,
maybe ignite a passion for them and something they can do with their life in the future.
Absolutely. And if they want a part-time job or something, come out here and help me do a couple of things and earn some cash.
I love that idea. And so what you mentioned, people coming out to help. What are some volunteer opportunities that you guys have?
So we're really working on getting things a little bit more organized and making a better system for the whole barn to run a little bit more smoothly. Currently it's me working in there, and then I have one other employee, and things can get hectic really quickly.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of little side projects that we're doing in the barn to building shelving and moving things around.
Yeah. So if you're a little bit handy or don't mind getting your hands dirty,
we can always use that. Anybody that is down to come out and just help me scrub the buckets for the week.
There's always work to be done, it sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And we can put the contact information in the description of this episode so that anyone who's thinking, oh, this sounds great. This is something I would love to do.
Yeah.
They can find a way to get a hold of you and see how they can help.
We've got some older horses that, they're retired and they don't do much these days, but they'd still like a spa day.
Yeah.
Just like some of us would.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, well, do you have anything else that you feel like you really just want to get out there known about Thunderhooves?
Because, Thunderhooves is an equine program and I am a horse trainer, I'm always looking for horses that would suit the program.
Okay.
And I will take the worst of the worst, anything that somebody doesn't want, something that they think has reached its limit, I'll take it.
You like a good challenge, right?
Yeah, I'm always looking for project horses. Definitely looking to get a decent horse trailer and probably a truck as well. We could always use, any kind of panels or fencing, stuff like that. Anything that can be used for horses, we're always looking for help in our
that's
community.
wonderful. That's very good to know.
Yeah, as a nonprofit, we survive off of our community.
Absolutely. Okay, so do you have a favorite inspirational quote or one that's just really driven you?
Oh, man. Winston Churchill. There's something about a horse that's good for a man's soul.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That just goes so well with what you're doing. So, well, thank you so much for being here with us today. I love what you're doing. I absolutely love how you've taken something that's part of your life and a passion for you and just using it in every way possible. I think that's very inspirational to anyone listening and anyone you're going to come in contact with. So thank you very much.
Thank you for having me on.
The Brazoria County Minute is brought to you by BeRemembered.us. Tell your story. Be remembered.